something you guys may not have thought about too. Okay, when he goes into visitation to see his little girlfriends. Or before we get into today's video, I do want to let you guys know that this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. Again, I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and spent it with all of your family and friends and just enjoyed being free, unlike somebody we are talking about today. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Chris Watts and what he said about being in prison during the holidays. And you guys, I hate to laugh. Like, I feel kind of bad. I do. A tidbit of me feels bad. Like, Christina, are you being a mean girl right now? But the other part of me is just like, am I being punked? Let me tell y'all what happened. So I'm sitting around the house watching my lovely children around Christmas time, and I get a little ting on my Apple Watch, which I did get an Apple Watch for Christmas. I know I'm late to the party. Everybody's had Apple Watches forever, but I just got one for Christmas and I was so thankful for it. And I get a little ting on my Apple Watch and Chris Watts' doggone face pops up on my watch. I'm like, ugh. And it's an article because I have an app on my phone that like shows me news articles and stuff like that. I downloaded it whenever the Rona hit so I could keep up with what the media was saying about everything. We know a lot of things are confusing. That's a whole nother video. But nevertheless, so I could keep up with the Rona and what people were saying about it. And so I look at my darn watch, y'all, and Chris Watts' face pops up talking about Chris Watts hates being in prison for the holidays. And I said, this is not for real. Who did this? Who did this? So I read the article, and the article is basically talking about how Chris Watts was writing one of his pen pals and said how he misses being at home during the holidays. He misses being free. Now, before we get into any further of this, most of you guys know I was sentenced to 3 years in prison whenever I was 21 years old, and I did a whole video on what the holidays was like for us in prison. But hearing like Chris Watts, let me just read an article to you guys and see what y'all have to say too. Okay, let's just do that first. Convicted killer Chris Watts hates the holidays in prison. Chris Watts, the Colorado dad convicted of slaughtering his family, won't be having a Merry Christmas behind bars. Watts, who killed his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters in August of 2018, apparently dreads spending the holidays and New Year's at Dodge Correctional Institution in Wisconsin, people reported. He doesn't like talking about his life before prison, but he has said that he used to be a huge fan of Christmas, decorating the house, spending time with his family, a source told the outlet. And he knows 100% that it'll never happen again, and that's his own fault. He's in a hell of his own making. Watts, who is serving multiple life sentences for the murders, won't be able to find any comfort in the prison grub either. The prison has a Christmas dinner, but it's basically bland turkey and potatoes, the source told the magazine. It's not exactly the feast you'd imagine for Christmas. In a sense, that's more depressing because it reminds the inmates that it's Christmas and that they're getting an inferior copy of the holidays. Watts instead will reserve any holiday cheer for his pen pals, the source told the outlet. He'll write his pen pals this season and they're sending him notes as well, the source said. It's literally all he can do at this point. He hates the holidays. In a deal that spared him the death penalty, Watts fessed up to strangling his 34-year-old wife, Shanann, then smothering their 2 daughters, Bella and Celeste. Watts allegedly claimed he never would have killed his pregnant wife and children if he hadn't met his co-worker, Nicole Kessinger. So I read that and I found that very interesting on a couple different levels. First thing is, you know, like the bland turkey and potatoes. I've told you guys about that many times. I've also told y'all about what it was like for me personally being in prison with lifers, people that were never ever getting out. And to just like, I would sit around and think like, man, these people are never going to have like a piece of pizza again, right? These people, they can sit in a day room, right? There's a little day room, which is basically like a 10 by 10 foot room where you can put 100 people crammed in it, fighting over one little TV in the corner. And I would sit there and there would be lifers sitting around me and I'd think like, these people are never getting out. Like they can sit here and watch this little TV in this box and there's a commercial of Pizza Hut and the cheese is stretching and the kids are biting into it and smiling and the steam is coming off of the pizza and they're watching it and I'm sitting there thinking like, they're never going to experience that again. Never. It doesn't matter how much they change, if they truly change in their heart, right? It does not matter. These people that have life like this are never getting out. And Chris Watts is now one of those people. He is sitting in there with people and he will forever watch people leave the prison and know that he will never be one of them, okay? He will literally watch people leave and come back, and know that he will never get that chance. He will never get that second chance. And he's going to see some people come through. There's people like in our prisons in Florida, you have your name, right? Because everybody has to wear like a little prison tag. And in front of it, it'll have A, if it's your first time in prison, B, if it's your second, C, D. There was a woman in there that I saw that had an F, which means she's been to prison A, B, C, D, E. It means that was her 6th time in there. 6th, okay? Chris Watts will literally sit there and watch people leave and come back, and know that he will never, ever get another chance of that, okay? Like, it's real, you guys. And just when I read that, I thought, like, I know exactly what he's talking about, and that's his life now. That is his life now. He will sit there and think about how, like, Shanann, no matter how he felt about her at that last little minute, you know, and no matter what anybody wants to say about Shanann, she was controlling, she was this and that, which I'm not going there, okay, you guys? She was a homemaker, you know, she really was. And I'm sure that during Christmas time, you guys saw the videos of Christmas, like where Chris Watts like dressed up as Santa Claus. Like they did the whole spiel. They went the whole 9 yards. They cooked. They had family time. Santa came. They made cookies for Santa, you know, warm milk or whatever. And they opened up gifts and they wore the matching outfits and lots of smiles and laughs and the little girls running up to him, Daddy, Daddy, and Merry Christmas and cuddling on the couch. Like, he will never get to experience any of that again. He will never get to experience it. And obviously his baby girls and his wife won't either, but they're in a better place right now. You know, they were obviously taken from this world way too soon. And whether they're in a better place right now, it was never his choice to make that for them, right? But it's just crazy to think about. That turkey and that meal that will be, and you guys, the Christmas dinner there, of course to us in prison, it's good because it's just a little bit better than what we get the rest of it. And that's something you guys don't think about too. Like, I don't know about his prison. I'm pretty sure it's the same way in his prison as probably all the prisons because it's a cost thing. But they have in prison the same exact food, the same exact meals, like on a 4-week cycle or a 6-week cycle every single day. For the rest of his natural life, you guys, if that is 60 years, if that is 40 years, if that is 50 years, whatever it is, he will eat literally the same exact foods every week, over and over and over and over again. The same exact meals, the same exact routine, over and over and over and over again. Every Christmas, the same thing. And knowing that his family, and thinking about it from his perspective, there's going to be people that are going to come into prison that are going to have pictures of their kids, that are going to get visits, That's something you guys may not have thought about too. Okay, when he goes into visitation to see his little girlfriends or his little pen pals or all these little chicks or women or whoever they are that write him, there's other people in there with their kids. So he is in this visitation and he's seeing other men that are going to visitation and their kids are running up to them, daddy, daddy, giving them hugs, loving on them, spending time with them. And Chris's kids will never run up to him and say, daddy, daddy. Never, because he took their lives. And he will have to see that over and over and over again for the rest of his life. Crazy, huh? In the article, it said that he does not like talking about his life from before prison. And I bet he doesn't. He wants to try to block it out because it will torture you. I mean, it will torture you, and I'm sure it does torture him. And he also wants to put on the show when he's in there that, like, he's a certain type of person, right? And if he talks about what he did, then that takes away from the image that he's trying to portray. And we all know that Chris is a victim. He is a perpetual victim in his mind. Literally anything that's ever happened since he's been in prison or before prison has basically been all of everybody else's fault except for his in some way, allegedly for entertainment purposes. Only you guys do your own research because I don't know that for sure. But in my personal opinion, it seems like everything is he's a victim to. So, but another thing that I do find interesting is like these pen pals who release this information, because you know that people are going to laugh and joke about it. Like, really? The turkey is bland? Really? Like, at least you still have a life, right? At least you still have a life, but I don't know. So what do y'all think about Chris Watts's prison experience over Christmas and the holidays? What do y'all think? Let me know down below. As always, my loves, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like it. It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so very much. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are